Today we are doing the video about self-trashing, and self-trashing is a crazy ass episodes of intentional sacrifice of your own stability, finding the approval in trashing episodes, um, approval of bad object, approval of shame, and intentionally, subconsciously, people making these decisions. For example, um, meeting with the person who gonna abandon them throughout the time, or especially it really expresses itself in a relationship, all kinds of connection. And for example, the most vivid what people do, most vivid example of it is sex. And people tend to have masochistic traits when it comes to sex. And finding the right partner is crucial for a self-trashing act. And all it about being a victim. You can't be a victim if you're not finding the abuser. So if you have a borderline personality disorder, especially, and it really resonates with not only with girls, it resonates with men as well. Men find real real big encouragement, big interest in such crazy and masochistic or sadistic girls. They find in the relationships to with a lot of drama, with a lot of you know, it's all self-trash. I can't explain nothing much. Also, the self-trash can become even bigger than that. If you maintain like a regular life and do the self-trashing, for example, like just in 3 hours, but you maintain a regular life, you maintain a mask, you maintain the good relationship with other people, not only abusers, but it can come a long way to a maximum peak. You building your life over self-trash, you're building your life over being a victim, finding the hobby or turning inside such environments. It could be a lot of musicians speak this environment. There's a lot of drug addicts, a lot of shame and victimhood. Shame and victimhood, that's what self-trashing is about. Just to prove yourself that, yeah, the world is that and you're that. It's black and white, super unintelligent thing to do. Teenagers do that, when it's hormone imbalance and they going through that, separation, individualization periods. Normal people do it at 2 years old, but some teenagers who are spoiled and, they do it at 17, 16. That was happened to me, So I'm being super self-aware about it. And the separation is really just a fake narrative and fake mask to prove your mom that, you're a victim. You're still like gathering help, and you're still in need of that help, but you still like kind of separated and pick the environment that is have these tendencies of victimhood or just a sadist environment and sadist acts. There's a lot of teenagers who like changing colors of their hair and being that subcultures, and just overall look at the music nowadays. I'm just using it as an example of how the world is right now. And the most obvious is music. Look at what like young people listening to. It's ass. I can't even explain how trash is this. It's super trash, and people like it for some reason because they probably liking that. They don't want to listen to nothing adequate. They don't want to pick the adequate condition for their life. They like the subculture, and it's nothing like in 20 years ago. It's nothing like 10 years ago. It's at maximum. It's at peak. The people turning really living in contrast. They really black and white. They either black, either super crazy wicked, fucking psychopathic, or something outrageously super different from normal people, or super weak, super regular, super normal, and super quiet and super super natural. Not even natural. Some people live like they have freedom, like I said in the previous videos, but some people living like they don't have it at all, like they enslaved. So that's where drawing this line where the world really it's built on victimhood, but it's your choice what kind of victimhood you picking. So the condition of this world right now is a big self-trash, and you don't need to be. You have to stay stable and kind of survive, because it can be forever. It's just a condition. It's just a crisis, the crisis of culture, the crisis of technological boom and overstimulated. With this social media, overstimulated with differentiality or variations of how people live. They can't stick to some kind of to their self and to their kind of group. And there's no group. There's no small group of people. There's no such thing like that. You're either this, you're either that. You know, there's no kind of like ways to live right now. There's no such ways to just pick your way, pick your road you're walking by. You know, you're walking on, and you're just walking by. You know, you're just walking. The road, they give you three type of roads, and you walking on some road, then like going to that next wall road and next wall road. I mean, I don't know, bro. That's how I look at it. Subcultures, and this world just really turns to subcultures. So self-trashing could be unintentional. You know, self-trashing could be just it could be in many episodes. You know, whereas you blocking this bad emotions, trauma or stress, and you kind of really experiencing these emotions via the self-trash, and that's common in PTSD. I mean, I feel like BPD is PTSD kind of, because you want to experience this abandonment with mother, and you want to experience this bad object so much you're finding it in real life, and that's kind of delusional. It's really scary because I'm looking at my last 5 years. I can understand the way I live. Like, I can understand. I really like the way I live. Like, before it turns to a disaster, it turns to a real crazy, you know, real life condition where, you know, I made a lot of decisions where I'm just, you know what I'm saying, mortifying myself. I modify myself. And right now I'm thinking that I pick friends, I pick fake friends. I mean, there's, like I said, it's not a problem with the friends. There's not a real problem with people. You picking these people. I mean, there's no such thing as good or bad people. People have people different, you know. People have different. There's no angel on this planet walking, you know. There's no demon as well, because even like narcissists, they, you know, I mean, they are bad people, but they live in the planet. They are in presidency. They are in politics. They are in like and businesses. They provide something for this world anyway. You know, there's no such thing as bad people. Don't be in contrast. Don't be thinking in contrast. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this tactics is just overall. That's the strategy to live. I mean, that's the oil. That's the fuel for your next decision. I mean, the sales trash is just just a just like a stop before you do something new, do something. So there's like it's a parody. It's kind of like I don't even know, like the contrast. That's what make people be motivated about the act they did. You know, the contrast, the diversion, and the difference, and the separation from this act. Like this thing is make people go further. You know, I mean, these people broken. You know, who's making this kind of self-trashing acts? They broken already. So they kind of said like, okay, I'm still broken. I'm anyway broken. So why not do this before the world give me good? But you know, it's a delusion.